Today, we're going to unpack a classic Korean folktale. Now, on the surface, it seems like a pretty simple story, about two old men and some mythical creatures. But when you dig a little deeper, it's packed with some really fascinating lessons about Korean culture, morality, and even their sense of humor. So, let's dive in.
But first, let me ask you this. What if something you saw as your biggest flaw, a blemish you had to live with every single day, could suddenly become the source of your greatest fortune? Just keep that question in mind because it is right at the very heart of the story we're about to tell.
All right, so let's meet our main character. He's this kind, cheerful old man. In his village, everyone just called him the old man with a lump because, well, he had this big growth on his chin. But the thing is, he never let it get him down. He was always positive, and the one thing he loved to do more than anything else was sing. So, picture this. One evening, he's out gathering wood, and he gets lost. It's getting dark, a storm is rolling in, and he's scared. He stumbles upon an abandoned hut and decides to wait out the night. And to calm his nerves, to chase away that fear, he does the one thing he knows best. He just starts singing with all his heart. Little does he know, that song is about to change his life forever. Okay, before we go any further, we have to talk about who else is in that hut, the dokebi. Now, in Korean folklore, these are not your typical run-of-the-mill evil monsters. Think of them as more mischievous, maybe a little naive. They absolutely love music, they love to have fun, and here's the important part. They can be tricked by clever humans. So as the old man is singing his heart out, his voice attracts the local dokebi, and they start creeping into the hut. And they are completely mesmerized. I mean, they've never heard anything this beautiful in their lives. The leader of the dokebi walks up to him and asks, "Old man, where is that incredible sound coming from?"
The old man is terrified, right? He's thinking on his feet, and in a moment of panic, he points right to the lump on his chin and just blurts out, "This beautiful song, it comes from this song pouch."
And you know what? The naive dokebi, they totally buy it. The leader is so impressed that he makes the old man an offer he can't refuse. He can have their magic club, a club that makes golden treasure appear, if he'll trade them that amazing song pouch. So they do. They remove the lump, and just like that, the old man isn't just cured, he's suddenly incredibly rich. I mean, talk about a wild turn of events, all from a quick lie and a good song.
Well, you know how it is. News of something that incredible travels fast. Word reaches a neighbor in the next village, another old man who, what do you know, also has a lump. But this guy, he is the total opposite of our hero. He is just eaten up with greed and envy. And when he hears the story, he doesn't see a miracle. No, he sees a business opportunity. You can probably guess where this is going.
And this right here, this really gets to the moral core of the whole story. You've got two men in almost the exact same situation, but their characters couldn't be more different. One man sings out of pure joy. The other just sings to get rich. One lies out of genuine fear. The other lies out of pure, calculated greed.
So, completely blinded by greed, the neighbor rushes over to that same hut, waits for night to fall, and starts to sing, really loudly. But you can tell his song is totally empty. It's not filled with joy or fear or anything real. It's just a performance, an act designed for one thing, profit. And, just like he hoped, the dokebi show up.
But before they can even say a word, the greedy man impatiently points to his own lump and basically yells his demand. He's not witty, he's not clever, he just blurts out, "This sound comes from my lump. You should buy it."
Yeah, this time, it's a different story. The dokebi are not impressed. In fact, they're furious. See, they'd already figured out that the first song pouch they bought was just a useless lump of flesh. Turns out you can trick a dokebi once, but they are not about to get fooled again. So the dokebi leader just roars at him. "You liar! We bought a useless lump because of you. And since you're here, you can take this one back too."
And with that, they grab the lump they took from the first old man and smack it right onto the greedy man's other cheek. He went into those woods hoping to get rid of one lump and walk out with a fortune. Instead, he stumbles home with two lumps and absolutely nothing but his own shame.
Okay, so that's the story. But what's it all mean? Let's zoom out and decode this, because there are really three key cultural ideas baked into this classic folktale that tell us a lot.
First, you've got the really clear moral, which in Korean is called kwanson jingak. Basically, it means good is rewarded and evil gets punished. Simple as that. Second, it really defines the nature of the dokebi. Not evil, just fun-loving and a bit gullible. And third, it shows off a specific kind of Korean humor, hahak, which you see in that clever lie and, of course, that perfectly ironic punishment.
And this table just lays it all out, crystal clear. It's perfect cause and effect. The kind man acts from a pure place, his song comes from joy, his lie comes from fear, and he gets rewarded. The greedy man acts entirely from selfishness, his song is for profit, his lie is a demand, and he gets punished in this perfectly fitting, ironic way. The outcome is a direct reflection of who they are inside. And that really leaves us with a final thought, a question for you, really. This ancient story is asking us a very modern question. I mean, think about it. Both men wanted to improve their situation, but one was rewarded and the other was completely ruined. So it really makes you wonder, in our own lives, where do we draw that line between healthy ambition and the kind of destructive greed that just ends up giving you a second lump?